Hello guys, P3ZRAY here. Okay, so in this video I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of AQ3D, and this is 100% just my preferences. Okay, so a few weeks ago I did a video called What Happened to the Community, and the reason I did that video is because I've seen too many decent players, too many good people leave the game, because at level 17 the game had gone very stale. There wasn't a lot to choose from. So that brings me on to my subject of cosmetics. Cosmetics is a fantastic thing in AQ3D, but I think they've gone a little bit overboard with it. And when I say that, at level 17 there isn't a lot for you to go for. Now, going up through the ranks, all the levels from level 1 to level 17, yes, you can pick and choose armor that's going to obviously build you up to level 17, but when you hit level 17 at the moment, you haven't got anything really to choose from other than Scale Slayer and Furnace Knight. And when it comes down to weaponry, you've got a choice between the Crimson Staff of Abyss or the Night Cloak weapons. That is it, nothing else. Now if you look at my bank on screen, I've got 6 slots, and I know there's people out there with way more slots than me, but every single item in my bank is pretty much a cosmetic. Just think about that for a second. All these weapons, all this armor, and basically it's for what? Cosmetics. I really did like the balance before when you had the bonus stats. I really did like that balance. The fact that you could put on a level 12 belt and it had to have the best attack in the game. Now, I know I come across as being whingy and whiny about the cosmetics all the time, but I think it's super important for a game like this to be concentrating on good armor, good equipment, good weapons, to make everybody unique. If somebody wants to go out and have amazingly high evasion, they can put something together. But the gap between level 17 and level say 14, 15 is just way too big. You would be risking so much by putting on a lower piece of armor, and I think that's why so many people left. Just for you guys, this is a couple of things that I was thinking about. You have the Berserker set, the Iron Berserker set, all the weapons. Have they got any stats on? No. They might put stats on them in the future, so who knows. But that's one thing that did irritate me a little bit. They could have made that dungeon a little bit harder, okay, and put stats on it to make it so that you had to really work for it, and then it was worth it in the end. And they could have made the Berserker set maybe a lot more tanky or a lot more better with defense. So then you'd have a choice between having the Berserker set, where you're going to be a bit more tanky, or you could have the Scale Slayer set, which was a bit more attack, or you could have the Furnace Knight gear, and that could be a balance between everything. We have weapons like the Darkest Night. They released that quest, and we did a few quests on, and to be honest, it wasn't the easiest set of quests because it was all luck whether or not you got the drops. But again, a level 17 weapon. And did it have any decent stats? No, it didn't compare to the Crimson Staff of Abyss. Now when we talk about the Crimson Staff of Abyss, that really made you work hard for it. And it was worth it because, in my opinion, it's still the best weapon in the game. Even though they've released the level 17 Nightlock weapons. So okay, let's talk about where the game's going. We have Green Guard coming out. Fantastic. Brilliant for newcomers. Is it going to be any good for level 17s? Time will tell. The barbershop, I think that's a fantastic idea. Customization for the way you look, I think is probably a hell of a lot better than having armor, just endless amounts of armor. So the question I ask myself is, will AQ3D get better? Yes, it will probably be a really good game. But then the question you got to ask yourself after that is, will it compete with the other MMOs out there? Time will tell. But one thing I do know is they have to look after the people that were with this game from the start. They have to look after the people that joined halfway through. You know, the people that have put money into this game, they need to look after them. It's only right. You can't just make a Kickstarter area and say, here, you can have unique perks like these weapons and these armor and stuff like that. Yeah, that's fantastic. But have they got some amazing stats on them, or is it all cosmetic? everything just seems to lead back to cosmetics. I do believe this game will be great. Will it compete with Crusaders of Light or Toram Online? Who knows? When you've got games like RuneScape coming out and Gates of Rebellion and stuff like that, they have got a hell of a lot of work to put into this game to make sure that they're at the top. Me personally, the reason I talk like I do and I keep talking about these things is because I do care about the game. This game has got the best community that I've ever come across. I've played a lot of games, and for me, no other community comes close to this. But the problem you're having is the community that you're getting used to, the community that you're loving, and the people that you chill out with on a daily basis, when they hit level 17 and they've got everything they need out of the game, they're just moving on. And then you're losing friendships. Not everybody loses friendships, obviously you can still stay in touch. But the game that you once used to play with somebody else. I remember, just for an example, when Battle On was under attack, me and a few other guys, we would fill instances in Battle On, and we would all be working together, and we'd all be on VC on Discord, and we'd all be having a laugh and a giggle. And even when Battle On came out, the new Battle On, there was still that element of everybody coming together, everybody enjoying the game. But then soon as they released the stats, everybody dropped like flies. Now, they must have statistics that shows that a lot of people have probably left the game. They might come back, you know, they might come back, but even still, I would be scratching my head as a developer and thinking, okay, yeah, maybe we should look after these guys that have been with us from the start. You know, maybe just creating an area for them isn't enough. Maybe we need to give them some unique items where they can have some really good stats, you know, so they can go out and have bragging rights. I don't know. I really don't know. This is going to be very interesting to see what the future holds for AQ3D. But I want to say thank you to you guys for listening to me talk about things within this video. When it comes down to gameplay, the gameplay is epic. The storyline is amazing. The areas are brilliant. You know, everything about this game just screams that, yeah, this is a great game. It is a great game. But then when you hit level 17 and you've got hardly anything to choose from, you know, what do? Do you just stand around in Battle On and AFK for the next few months while we wait? Or do you move to another game? And potentially by that happening, you might move to another game and fall in love with that game and never come back to AQ3D. And that is why it's important that the developers of AQ3D look after their players. Don't just concentrate on the newcomers. I know that's important, but when I first joined, Green Guard was the way it is now. And I still stuck with the game all the way up until this point. I'm not leaving the game. I can see the potential, but there's a lot of people that might leave the game. Anyway, listen, thank you for listening to me whinge and whine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like and comment. Don't forget to hit that notification symbol. And as always, guys, stay safe.